because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined with Alycia Baumgarder. Alycia, just get your instant reaction to that Edgar Berlanga performance tonight. A bit underwhelming, do you think?
Yeah, we all expect, an exciting fight, an outcome from Berlanga, but sometimes we don't get that. And, as boxing fans, we don't always get what we want. But again, he got the victory, and that's all that matters. He's going home to his family tonight, and, he has to make adjustments.
When you look at that performance and talking about Canelo, because you've been on the broadcast a few times, I've heard you breaking down the game, and you're a student of the game as well. Do you think maybe that a Canelo fight next for him would be too soon anyways? I know it's out of the question now, but do you think it's still a bit too soon?
Yeah, definitely too soon. Again, this game, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Learn as you go. Take these fights as a lesson and make the necessary adjustments as you should as a fighter on the come up. There's no right way to do it. Just win and be good at what you do.
Coming on to your big fight coming up, I can't remember the last time I missed one of your fights, to be honest. So I'm going to be in Detroit. What's the atmosphere going to be like there for your homecoming?
It's going to be lit, okay? It's going to be just like this, like you've seen it here at the Masonic Temple. Detroit is a boxing mecca. Everybody loves boxing. They're coming out. They love to see, boxing, and they get to see the undisputed champion defend her titles there.
I spoke to some of the matchroom, staff, and they said that this arena, the Masonic Temple, should not be for boxing because it's so amazing. So is that going to add to the atmosphere?
Yeah, it is. Again, there's been historic fights there, and it's just going to make just even the setup, how the venue is. It just makes for a great fight.
Obviously, Linadar is your only professional defeat. Does that make it that bit much sweeter for you whenever you get into the ring?
Oh, absolutely. I've been wanting this. I knew then when I got the loss and where I am at now, I'm like, yo, this girl's going to come up sooner or later. And I'm so happy that I handpicked her for my homecoming fight in Detroit to really put her down for good and just to show the world why I'm the best ever.
Give us a prediction. How do you think this goes? Do you think that you can knock her out?
Absolutely. Listen. The progression that I see in myself day to day in practice, from even my last fight here at the Garden to July 15th, you will see a completely different fighter. You're going to see a dog. I know who I am, and I'm bringing that girl out, and you're going to see that July 15th.
I hate to ask you this because it seems like every interview I have to ask you, but I have to ask. I spoke to Michaela Mayer a couple of weeks ago here at TFIMO, and she was saying that you don't want the rematch and you're running from the rematch, and that any time that she's contacted Matchroom or her team have contacted Matchroom, you just don't reply. Any comment on that?
Mikaela talks out of her ass. She's really good at that, if you notice. And I don't even think she's, in charge of negotiations herself. You know what I mean? So again, nobody is thinking about Mikaela. She wants people to think about her. She needs to just sit back, go have some time in the gym and to reflect on your career, because at this point you're looking for anything. And when I do decide to move up, then I can fight her. But right now, like I said, 130 is my division. I claimed it. I did that. Now, we're here to defend our titles July 15th.
If and when you do beat Linadar, is that the go-to fight next, that big fight against Michaela Mayer?
No, we want Amanda Serrano. We want a Katie Taylor. Mikaela has nothing to offer for me. She has no belts. No, she has nothing. What does she have? I beat her already.
Well, Alycia, I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks in Detroit. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.